Let's go. Rangers win, baby. 4-0 over the Philadelphia Flyers. And they come in, take care of business, get the 2 points, and leave. That's pretty much what they did tonight. It's not like it was anything super impressive. It's not like they went in there and absolutely beat the shit out of the Flyers. They went in there, took care of business, got the points, and left. So, not much really to talk about with this one, but we're going to cover it either way. If you do enjoy this, be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. We recap every Ranger game here. We're almost at the end here, almost playoff time. You definitely don't want to miss the videos then, as well as turn notifications on so you know exactly when I upload these videos. But let's dive into this. Like I said, not a lot of action tonight, but a little pregame note. Lafreniere was scratched tonight, which I thought was weird, but I kind of understood it. It's the whole reason is because they want to give rest for the playoffs, but at the same time, do you really want to rest Lafreniere right now, considering the fact that you have Kakko who just came back, Chytil's now back? You want to develop some chemistry here. You want to get hot with your lineup going into the playoffs. I don't want this to be a thing where one line doesn't have enough chemistry and we flop in the playoffs because we didn't get hot at the right time. That's my take on it personally, but at the same time, it didn't matter, I guess, because we won the game, so I shouldn't be too mad. First period, though, Flyers, they had 2 quick chances on the opening shift. And when the Rangers finally did get in the offensive zone, Fox just gifted a garbage turnover, which led to a 2-on-1 the other way. Thankfully, that play was broken up there. Crossed them with a shot that was gloved by Georgiev. Flyers with 5 shots already in the first 3 minutes. Yeah, the Rangers didn't start off hot by any stretch of the imagination. They looked awful, I should say. Awful. And then Miller, he had the first shot 4.5 minutes in for the Rangers. Wasn't a high chance. It wasn't that great of a shot, but it is a shot. Konechny and Hayes then with a great chance off of the rebound for Hayes there. But Georgiev was able to save with that. That was probably the best save of the game, at least early on. Kreider then had a chance alone. That went off of the pad. And then Fox, another garbage turnover there. And that almost led to a goal as well. Fox had a couple rough turnovers tonight. I thought he had a really bad game, honestly, despite us winning 4-0. But not too long after that, the Rangers finally get on the board, and it is Kakko from Barclay Goodrow and K'Andre Miller. Kaapo Kakko making his way back, just a snipe on the glove side. Nobody was defending him. So, yeah, he had to bury that, and he did. And then there was a holding call on the Flyers, and then after that, Hayes tripped Fox pretty much right off the opening draw. So the Rangers had a 5-on-3 opportunity, and yeah, the Rangers just have been abysmal lately on special teams, specifically the power play. It's very concerning considering the problem was the other way around. Wouldn't it be nice if everything just clicked at once? But apparently we can have nice things. Fox, he had a shot, but nobody was able to bury the rebound. Then Kreider and Lawton ended up getting fighting penalties, so Kopp slid in there on the power play. They get a chance from the dot, but overall, again, nothing pretty much against the Lee Valley Phantoms on the 5-on-3. Embarrassing. Shire then got hit to the face with a puck. He went to the locker room. Thankfully, he came back later on. Rooney had a shot that was kicked away. And then overall, and then the period ended. But overall, I want to say, they started off very slow, but I thought they picked up the play a bit through the period. I thought that they got better, but overall, I still wasn't too satisfied. Shots in that period, 13-10 in favor of the Rangers, though, believe it or not. Second period, we had a lot more action. Miller took a holding penalty, though, right off the rip. That wasn't pretty. But thankfully, Schneider also came back. He had stitches on his chin. But thankfully, the penalty kill only allowed 1 weak shot. That was about it there. Chytil then with a chance that was saved. And then Yandel ended up tripping Kakko. Nothing called there. Very nice in the same shift. Vetrano had a shot from the face-off dot that was blockered away. Strome then couldn't bury a chance in front of the net because, of course, he couldn't. But the Rangers, it didn't matter. They did score because Chytil had a beautiful pass to Kaapo Kakko backdoor who buries that. And how about that? Kakko with 2 goals tonight. Only he could get a hat trick. But not too long after that, the Rangers continue the pressure, and it pays off because Trouba, beautiful pass across the entire ice, backdoor to Artemi Panarin, who buries that one. And the Rangers go up 3-0 all of a sudden. So you felt like this game was locked up pretty much from there. But at the same time, you do have Georgiev in net. The Rangers defense does collapse at times. So do you feel safe? I did this game. I felt safe this game with the lead because I thought that they played I thought Georgiev had it tonight. He had multiple great saves the next shift by the Flyers third line. They had a lot of good chances. And Kakko, then he had a shot, blockered away. That could have been the hat trick right there. Then there was a 4-on-4. I don't even know what happened. They never explained what happened. It just was a 4-on-4 after the commercial break. Mika then with the chance in front that went off of Ryan Lindgren in front. And then Fox, he had a chance in front of the Flyers net that was stopped. Konechny then, he had a chance in front that went off the blocker of Georgiev. Goody then had a good shot himself. And Zumala takes a delay of game penalty. Hayes gets a chance shorthanded. And that was pretty much it for that power play. The power play was useless. Again, what is it with the power play lately? Worrying me. This is the Philadelphia Flyers. They suck. They suck. Come on. And then with the chance that was almost tipped by Strome. And that was pretty much it for that period. They looked better that period. Georgiev, though, was keeping them in the game pretty much the whole time. 13-12 in favor of the Rangers for shots. And in the third period, the Rangers have lately been becoming a team where they just play shutdown hockey. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is, I guess. They played pretty much a shutdown third period because pretty much nothing happened until halfway through the third, where the Flyers had a 2-on-1 that they could convert on. And then they had another 2-on-1. Fox broke that up with a slashing penalty. Nothing happened from that. But that's pretty much it from that period. Copper had an empty net goal shorthanded. That was it. They held down the fort. Shots that period 8-6 in favor of the Rangers. They outshot the Flyers 34-28 in total in this game. Face-off percentage 56-44 in favor of the Rangers. Hits 33-22 in favor of Philly. Block shots 15-12 in favor of Philly. And then giveaway 6 for the Rangers, 13 for the Flyers. Overall, though, I was very happy with, getting that out of the way. But overall, I was pretty satisfied with the effort there. Let's talk about each individual line, though. The first line of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Vatrano, I thought that was the best line of the night. Zibanejad, he is, again, snake bit right now. 5 shots on goal, couldn't convert on any of those. On the power play, he had a couple good chances, couldn't bury them. Kreider, unfortunately, didn't score tonight. I'd really love him to get to Yager's record. I'd like him to break that record. But unfortunately, he couldn't convert. And then Vatrano had a really great game as well. He just couldn't convert. The second line of Panarin, Strome, and Kopp, I thought that they were pretty decent. Strome had a pretty rough game again. He wasn't too great, but definitely better than last night. Last night, he was atrocious. And then for Kopp and Brett, I thought that they had great games. The third line of Kakko, or I guess Hedel was on the wing, and then Gaudreau and Kakko, if you want to go in technical order there. But I thought that they had a pretty solid game as well. Barclay Goodrow, he ended up racking up a lot of PIMs tonight, but overall, he was great and getting in their face a lot. I liked what I saw from Goody. And then for Kakko, he scored 2 goals. How can you not like it? And then Hedel setting up plays, and he's looked a lot better. It's weird. I didn't think that it was actually going to work Gallant's message to him to play more like Zibanejad. He seemed to receive that message well because he's playing a lot better, and he's played better since then. And then the fourth line, we had the same old fourth line as we've had lately, that being Hunt, Rooney, Reeves, and I thought that they were decent. Rooney had a couple good chances. It's just that Reeves and Hunt hold it back. But once Barclay Goodrow's on that fourth line, because it sounds like Gallant's going to go with the all-youngster lineup, as Sam would probably call it, going to be interesting to see. So we'll have to wait and see there. For the defense, Lindgren and Fox. Fox had a rough game. He was okay offensively, but he had a rough game defensively. Really rough. These turnovers are pissing me off. The lazy back checks are pissing me off. Wake up. For Miller and Trouba, I thought that they were good tonight. Trouba blocked a lot of shots. He had 5 on the night. I thought Miller had a good game again. Miller looked pretty good, actually. And then for the bottom pair of Braun and Schneider, it needs to be the third pair going forward. No more Patrick Nemeth, which whatever he's dealing with, because I know that he's out for personal reasons again, I don't understand what's happening, and I feel bad. Off the ice, I, of course, feel bad and wish nothing but the best for him. But for the Rangers on ice and for the better of the team, this needs to be the third pair going forward. And no more Patrick Nemeth. And Georgiev stopped all the shots tonight. Let's get to Twitter, though. New York Style 24, good win, solid game. Keeping it simple, I like it. And yeah, completely agree with that. Make it a cry, 6-0. Lamau, anyways, nice win. Yeah, Georgiev 6-0 in his last starts. Weird. January 10, thoughts on Georgiev tonight? Break wall. And he came up with huge saves, and he's the reason that this game wasn't as hard. Didn't get our hearts racing. He was the reason why our hearts weren't racing for the night. And then Kazoo says, strong game by the whole team, and hopefully Kakko can take this game and build going into the playoffs. Also, Miller and Trouba continue the tradition of giving up an odd man rush or a breakaway. Yeah, that's a common theme I didn't touch on when I was talking about them, just because it was a shutout. And overall, I thought that they played a solid game, so I wasn't going to be too hard on them tonight. And it didn't cost them or nearly cost them as much, but they did. In terms of Kakko, yeah, you're right. This has to be a huge confidence booster, and if he could get hot going into the playoffs, who knows what he could do going in the playoffs and in the playoffs itself. But that's going to be it for me. A bit of a shorter video. Not much to say. Just a clean win here. Tomorrow, the day off. Thank God for me with both the Mets and the Rangers. Get a little bit of a breather. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Turn the notifications on. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go, Rangers.